see everybody. I'm back again for day 8. Um it's taken me 15 days to get to day 8, so off to an excellent start. Um which means I'm probably not doing the 365. Not even probably. I'm definitely not doing the 365. But it was an ambitious goal. Um where I'm at right now is I'm kind of stuck in this really weird mood of wanting to finish this. So this is my current hyper focus. But I don't want to do it like without like I started it on here, so I'm gonna try and finish it on here. So it's not like um where the heck did it go? But I will say I do edit my second drafts um without y'all, SETI. Um and I kind of added this second bit here because there's a part where we so right here, let me just go through the beginning. So I'm doing Tavern Tales right now, um, which was a game of skeleton I played on Neon Lights Roleplay. Um, and so this is like the tavern when we first started, and it goes down into the subterranean thing. So this tomb is underneath a tavern. Um, and there's 3 skeletons in here. One's a tattered cloak, a red. The other one is a silver torque, and the last one is the headless. Um, so I played the tattered cloak, uh, and we had to fight rats as the first thing. And then I got my first memory of being with a girl named Dola. Uh, and then uh, who got the second memory? Oh, um, the headless got the second memory uh, of being the face in the light, and the silver torque got the third memory of their name. Their name is Florence, and then that would be the end of um, part 1, which in the game it's called the Unsealed Tomb. The second part of the game is because this is in like so time passes, and then we move on to the second phase, I guess, which is very similar to the first. Like we get an enemy. This one's called the Time of Dust, so it's not as bad. Like it's a week later, and so we are invaded by uh a thingy, a ghoul. We got a ghoul this time, and Florence is the first one to wake up. And she saunters over and slaps the dude across the face, and she gets a memory of doing that to one of her exes. Um, and then the ghoul like staggers back, and then I come in, and I'm like, all right, bet we fighting. And then I get a memory of being Asmodeus the Red, slayer of dragons, wooer of women, conqueror of men. Fear me, mortal, for I am above you. He's kind of that guy. Um, and so he gets ready to fight. And then as he's fighting, the headless comes in as a second and is gets a memory of their girlfriend who I've called the Silver Knight mostly because I forgot their name. And I'll have to ask Danny because Danny played the headless. Danny's Corner, highly rec. Um, yeah. Do 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 do. Um, and then I lop off the ghoul's head, and it rolls to Danny's feet or the headless's feet. Um, and that would be like where the action ended. Um, and I'm sitting here like, rah! I am God. And then I lose my memory because there are things that can affect like the tomb or things that can affect the specific skeleton, and I opted to pick this one. And this amazing moment, this defining characteristic of who the frick I am, gone. My name is gone from me. Um, and then I combined these two phases together because we had a couple. Um, and so a month later, we had to fight skeletons. Not skeletons. We were skeletons, and we have to fight spiders, giant spiders. When they was when Heck first described him to me, because Heck is the one who GM'd this for us. Sir Heck, uh, Wreck. Um, they, I thought it was like tiny little house spiders, like a tiny little jumping spider, and I'm like, bitch, nah. It's like thousands of them, but I'm like, nah. I'm an undead like skeleton. I ain't no exterminator. Like, bump this. I'm out. Turns out they were giant spiders, like Lord of the Rings size giant spiders. Didn't realize that, but I already said what I was saying, so I was like, meh, whatever. I'm a skeleton. I ain't bothered by no stupid spiders. But so the headless uh did some magic stuff, and Florence, the silver torque, uh put a hand on her shoulder, and that gave him a memory of Florence giving her name, like giving the headless her name, um, or like the headless remembered their name, and it's because of Florence, because they were like, "You got this." Um, and then they let out a huge light to scare the spiders away, like they did with the rats. Um, and yeah, that's what I got for the time of dust. And then the desecration um is what I wrote last time. And it's a year later. Uh and so these grave robbers have stumbled across the crypt. Um yeah, one of them is like poking at us, and the other one is getting the soul gems, which we've been guarding for this past year or whatever, year and some change. It's longer than that because we're full ass skeletons, but like it's been a minute. Um, but yeah. So like when he's messing with the soul gems, and whenever anybody messes with the soul gems, we come to life. So skeletons rise. And Florence goes out here, um, like cha 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 ching ching cha cha cha, and I'm out here like I don't know who I am. um, but Florence gets a memory of a festival where she's just going through guys like pa 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 with her rapier, and I get a memory of um being a young lad doing Hulk smashy with my sword, so I wasn't as skilled or refined as I was the first time, like I did a real battle. Because I have no memory of my name, it's basically down to muscle memory now. I've got these movements, but it's not anything. There's no passion behind it. So without when I lose my name, I lose my passion for the fight a little bit. And then so it's my first time. My first memory that I get is my first time going into battle where I had no idea what I was doing. It's just and then I went in and like I'm trying to save people, and that was like my main goal. I started off as a young man trying to save folks um against what is this, like raiders? Yeah. And then that flashback turns into that memory turns into a festival where I'm not as useless with a sword. No, I'm not like just yeeting it left and right. I'm actually got some skill. Um, so I'm this is a bit that I added for the script, because I wanted it to be like an evolution for my character. And like I've been trying to add tiny little moments for everybody, so it's not just like me focused, but this is like me. So, um, but my character Ozzy, because when he was a young man, he went off and adventured in like a white cloak. Um, and then as time goes on, like the more battles that he's in, um, it gets redder because it's stained with the blood of his enemies. And I'm kind of like making that a more like a bigger thing because in the moment in the game, like, yes, I have a red cloak. It's stained with the blood of my enemies. Did I think about that at all other than it sounded cool? No. But with this script, I'm trying to take those things and like um sprinkle them into earlier parts of it so it seems like it's all tied together. And like which when we did it in the one shot, it was crazy cuz like it was like, all right, I see that breadcrumb you dropped, and then they picked it up and ran with it, and like he's like, we can make it hurt or we can make it soul crushing, and everybody chose violence, and we were like, yes. Like not like we not how do I say this? We uh I lost it. Anyway, this is ADHD for you. Anyway, so I remembered. So we're going back to this. I went from trying to defend people with a white. I'm in a white cloak trying to defend people. A young man on my journey and to try and see what it means to be a hero. To being Ozzy with like uh drips of blood. It's not a full blown red cloak. I'm not Osmodeus the Red yet, but I am Ozzy and I'm getting there. So like my motivations become tarnished. Like I become less about helping people and more about myself. Ozzy's a very selfish character. Um and then we flash forward back to the tomb where we're dealing with the raiders that have come and like tried to steal the soul gem. Asmodeus and Florence are out here doing like tag team back to back, and we have completely different styles. I'm this big hulking mess of just I'm tanking, and she's just like zipping through like any openings I create, and it's like poke poke poke. Cuz she gets the title. Where'd I put it? Yeah, so she remembers her title. Florence remembers her title as the Silver Thorn. So she's a lot of silvers, a lot of shiny, a lot of jewels. The headless is the face in the light, and it's very celestial. So they've got like a lot of purple, um, and like magic shit. But like the main color for them is purple, and that's the common motif. Purples and amethyst and like blue. Amethyst is a purple, whatever. And then mine, obviously, I'm Osmodeus the Red, so is a lot of red, and gold. He has like a lot of red and gold for him. And yeah, okay, then yeah, so that's the end of the thing, and then so Asmodeus, after kicking Raider ass, goes back to sleep. And then Florence and the face in the light, whose name is, we named her, right? She got her name. I should start using that just so. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da ba da. Asmodeus and Florence. Yeah, so they like Florence and Star loot the bodies, and Star makes friendship bracelets for everybody. They're bracelets of protection, but yeah, they're friendship bracelets, and she gives them to the rest of us. Um, and that's the three parts of the game. Those are the titles of like part one, part two, part three. For me, I'm gonna do something different because Heck did something different for us. Because we had multiple encounters during these different times, and I'm like, all right, that's actually really cool. So I'm gonna treat them as like different parts. So we had the desecration. It fits. We had two grave robbers, tomb raiders. Um, we gave her name here, so I can turn the get back here. This star swiftly free. Yeah. So I'm Osmodeus the Red, and Star the Face of the Light, and Florence the Silver Thorn. Yay. And so yeah, we're gonna move on to. It's not the desecration. We're gonna go a century. Like I'm now playing with the timeline a little bit. It's the it's not the desecration. It's gonna be the discovery, because cool shit happens. But I'm about to turn on the music. And hopefully it doesn't. Well, only some of the songs get muted. There are like two songs I know I can't play, because I try and upload this thing to my YouTube, and yeah. And I get dinged. It's not like a copyright ding. It's just they mute it, like Twitch mutes it. So if there's silence, then oops. Um, but yeah, right now we're gonna head into the discovery. Um, for some really cool stuff, I guess. I just everybody's got three names for this, so it's like I don't want to. I want to do it right. Right. I want to pay respects to like all of the work that everyone did. Um, but I also need to make it make sense. So we launched the stupid uh screenplay formatter that should have been gone by July 1st, 2020. And we're going to get into it. When it gets to the songs that I can't really play, I will let you know. Or I'll just skip them. Yeah, I'll probably just skip them. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. I didn't forget, but that hour kind of flew by real fast. I've gotta go do other stuff today. Um, what in that like, I gotta set up for other games that I've got happening later in the month. Or not later in this month, but happening next month. Next month is pretty big. Um, so thanks for hanging out. I hope you got a lot of stuff done. I got halfway through this and then I realized that I kind of messed it up, but it's fine. I do not care. I have to switch things around. Which is cool. It's fine. Um, but yeah, thanks again, Wado, for hanging out. But I'm gonna dip to prep for the rest of my stuff for today. Um, bye.